Dear Jane, thank you very much for your response. So that we don't continue in a sorrowful mood, let me address your question. What are your favorite things about the faith? Well, one thing comes to mind. Do you remember our first letter, the whole wrestling with God thing? Well, that story is a perfect example of the spiritual physics and one of the great truths and beauties of Christianity. You see, God blesses Jacob and makes him a patriarch whose name is revered even today, naming him Israel, we who wrestle with God. And I would even say it like this: we who wrestle with existence itself, the source of truth, goodness, and beauty. And as Christians, we are called to wrestle with God for our whole lives, and our blessing will be a new heaven and a new earth. And so as long as you wrestle with God in good faith, proper wisdom, and humility, we will also receive this blessing not only in the next life, but blessings in this life also. My point is that you can't wrestle with God and give up, because all that will happen is despair and a half-hearted faith. But if you wrestle with God until something happens, even if it means an existential crisis that puts you in a state of fear and trembling for months at a time, or until you come to the foot of the cross, or with each step of your spiritual walk, you will find that each wrestling match brings you closer to the fullness of truth, goodness, and beauty. Each wrestling match looking different than the last. Nonetheless, even after the existential terror that comes with my conversion, and the sorrow that comes with seeing the state of the world, many blessings come with being in closer communion with God. One is realizing that my existential dread, heartbreak, and my highest joys all have meaning and purpose towards something that is good, true, and beautiful, that benefits the natural state of existence, God Himself. In other words, my life won't cease when I depart from this earth. And I don't mean this symbolically, the way Gnostics and atheists do. I don't mean it in a their memory lives on kind of way or something hollow like that. What I mean when I say that my life won't cease is that the seeds of our influence will be used for a literal plan, a story of cosmic proportions in which through Jesus, man and God will be reconciled forever, and that I will actually go somewhere and not just enter into some dark black abyss. And I can know that. I can know with certainty that hope is substantial and not abstract. And with Christianity, I can know with awe that God is writing a cosmic story in which all things have a truly eternal, final, and complete, joyful ending. I bring this up because while there are difficult truths about the faith, there are many, many more beautiful things. Things that you have been able to enjoy for a lot longer than I have. And I'm glad I wasn't around long enough to ruin this for you. All I can say is continue wrestling with God and inspire your kids to do the same. Don't merely raise them in the faith. Inspire them to fall in love with God, wrestle with God, and construct a worldview around God. And for your sake, join the Catholic Church. May the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ be with you always. Your friend, Mark.